Hi, my name's Andy Jones. I'm from Adult Care, and today I've come to chat to three of the practitioners that work on the clinical assessment unit as part of the Home and a Day Discharge to Assess scheme. Let's go in and have a chat with them now. Hi Joanne, thank you very much today for taking part in this video interview. What I'd like to do, if possible, could you just first of all introduce yourself and tell us what you do here and what your role is?
My name's Joanne Ogden and I work as part of the Discharge to Assess team. I work alongside the occupational therapist and the physiotherapist.
Brilliant. Can you tell me what sort of things you do on a day-to-day basis when you're assessing people and what that process is?
We'll go and attend the board round with the doctors to do an MDT. When the doctors say that somebody's medically optimised to go home, we'll start the process of doing our assessments. So we'll go and interview the person, get some information about the current living situation, if they've got any support on discharge, if we can offer any support on discharge from our STARS team, the reablement service, we can put some care.
When people talk to you, when you're doing this assessment process, families, what do they say that this service has meant to them?
When we've spoken to the relatives to say that the loved ones is going to be coming home, they've kind of been concerned because they've not had any care to look after them and support them. So we've explained our process to say that we'll do a full home assessment, we'll provide some short-term reablement service, and then if they need any ongoing services after that, then somebody from the community would come and do a review. So that care would continue. That's
really good, and that sounds like you give lots of reassurance to family and the actual person themselves about what's going to happen when they leave this ward-based service.
Yes, it does, because they know that they're going to have some support, what they didn't have before, and we can provide equipment, signpost them on to other agencies. We've done referrals on to community matrons, to community physios, to the falls prevention team.
Second sentence, what would you describe the service as?
I think that it's give people inspiration, support and the confidence to be at home, to gain their independence.
Thank you. Thank you very much for taking part in this video interview today. It's all about the Home and a Day Discharge to Assess scheme. I was wondering if you could both really tell me what you do, what your role is, and what you do as part of that scheme.
Okay. Right, well I'm a physio
right.
With the scheme.
I'm an occupational therapist.
Brilliant, thank you.
My role within the team is to assess patients on the ward, look at their function, as in look at their ability to mobilise safely in the ward, to transfer safely, getting in and out of a chair, getting in and out of the toilet, looking at how they manage up and down the stairs, and looking at equipment provision that may help them to maintain their independence at home.
The unique things about this service is really that because we're assessing people on the ward and then also transporting them home and then assessing them again in the home environment, so we can build up a good picture of what the patient's able to do.
So you've got real good two representations of what the ward base and what the home real
that's
situation
right.
is. Really.
Yeah. Because often you can assess a patient on the ward, but you don't really know how they're going to manage until you actually get them home, and then you can see them actually in the home environment.
How do you feel it's worked as working as a multidisciplinary team? What's been the points for you that you feel have benefited?
Well, I mean, I'm used to working in multidisciplinary teams, and I think generally they work very, very well, because the advantage of having physios, occupational therapists, social care staff all in one team is that you've got much better lines of communication because you're working within one team. So you're not in a situation where you need to phone people up, ask people to come and see a patient. We're already here, so the communication is much easier.
That's
from that point of view.
If you were to sum up, Chris, in a sort of a 10-second sort of snapshot sentence, putting you on the spot now, how would you sum up the service to you?
I think the main point of the service is really to get people home quickly and safely, and by doing that to free up hospital beds.
Thank you very much for taking some time out of your busy schedules to have this interview today. Thank you.